Frank Ricci, President of New Haven Fire Fighters. I appreciate this honorable committee giving us the time. I will attempt to be brief, and I appreciate your diligence and your patience hearing out the community that we have here today. The fact of the matter is we tell our firefighters that if you do your job long enough, you're going to get hurt. And sometimes it's not just getting hurt, sometimes it's getting killed. And we've seen that in Hartford. There's not a firefighter that sits in this room or outside or that is on the street in Hartford today that wouldn't make their spouse a widow and their kids parentless for the community we serve. We know who the problem is. The problem is the politicians. But every time the politicians mismanage, they want to put it on the backs of the firefighters and public safety. We have Hartford ordering pools. We have a state of Connecticut that's in fiscal crisis, building busways and building walkways through the woods. If things are tough in my family, we may cut back on non-essential things. But if it's the dead of winter, we don't shut off the heat. This body before us in this legislature up here has made a promise to the cities with pilot funding. And the fact of the matter is, I heard the senator so eloquently talk about it today, pilot funding is funded at 43, 46%. We are all citizens of Rome. Whether you represent Wallingford, Connecticut, or whether you represent Ledyard, the fact of the matter is our cities is where the suburbs take their kids to the hospital. In New Haven, if you put gas in your car, it came through our deep water port. The cities are our culture center. They are the life of Connecticut. We need to support pilot funding. That's part of the problem. And we need to tell the mayor, it's time to roll up your sleeves and do some work. It was clear by the representative's questions over here that he hasn't even met with all the unions yet. And Representative Davis, what a great question. We're putting the cart before the horse. This, what we see here today, is political theater on the mayor's behalf. All these guys sacrifice every day they go to work, and here they're forced to come up here today, and the mayor hasn't even had the respect or the courtesy to sit down with their union leaders to see what could happen. It's political theater so he can run for governor one day. It's disingenuous, and he should be held accountable. And you're going to hear a lot of testimony today about Hartford firefighters. I want to take a different stance. It's not about Hartford firefighters. It's about the services they provide to that pregnant lady. Who do you think is going to deliver that baby underneath the underpass when government fails them? It's going to be the fire department. The fire department is the one government service that works 365 days a year. You call the fire department, you call these guys, it could be a holiday. These women, they're out there. They show up with the only goal to help and no paperwork. We are the best municipal service, the best government agency that government can put forward. And as the economy gets tough, the need for their service grows. I'll limit my time to those things. I really appreciate your diligence and what you do for your communities. And I know it takes a lot to sit up there all day long, but let's not shake these guys' hands in the hallway and cut their budgets and give oversight. Let's follow your responsibility through and fund the cities, because we are all citizens of Rome. And what these guys and girls do is dangerous, and they do it for the benefit of their communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ricci. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony. Fernando Rosa Kim Hawkins.
I think he's going to bring a few other people. Come here, I need to turn that button
on. Who are the other two individuals so I can cross them off?